Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be chatting about foundation, and it's been a while since I've done a foundation review, I think, hasn't it? And the foundation in question is the super affordable Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, which looks a little something like this. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the brand Wet n Wild, it is an American brand, should I say, that has recently become available on Beauty Bay in the UK. You can buy it on Amazon and places like that, but they've got a pretty extensive line on Beauty Bay at the moment, which is really fun. And the prices as well are surprising in a sense of, I thought that they sometimes would do that thing where they kind of mirror the price in dollars and in pounds, and then they'll kind of bump it up a little bit in pounds. That doesn't seem to be the case. It seems very much to me like they've tried to kind of keep them level, which is really good. And this foundation in question actually retails for £6, which is really affordable. So first things first, what do I want to tell you about this foundation before I talk to you about my personal experience with it? Number one, it is cruelty free, which is really great. Number two is that I wear the shade soft beige and it's light, medium, warm. They've got quite an extensive shade range from what I can tell in the US. On Beauty Bay, when I looked, they didn't have very many shades. They maybe had about 6, which isn't amazing, but probably they'll kind of add more to the range as it becomes more popular and they kind of get more stock in and things like that, I would imagine. In terms of the shade, as I was saying, that's the shade I wear always when I do foundation videos. For some reason, people don't hear when I say what the shade name is, and they always ask. So that is the shade I'm wearing, and I will link down below in the description bar where you can get it from and the shade name as well. So let's talk a little bit about what Wet n Wild described this foundation as first, so I can tell you if I agree with it. So I've got it up on my phone. Yeah, I was right, it is 6 shades that they do actually. So their description of this foundation: a high performance matte foundation, your skin only better. The new performing high skin perfecting foundation underwent major road testing under 7 different photo lighting conditions to deliver flawless camera ready makeup every time, specially made with a matte light diffusing complex to give your skin that hashtag no filter perfection, cruelty free and vegan. So it's vegan as well, which is really important. That is actually a very interesting description of this foundation, because it is a foundation that does give you your skin only better, and it does give you a very kind of soft focus finish. However, matte, I'm not entirely sure about it being super matte. They don't tell you exactly what the coverage is, whether it's kind of meant to be full coverage, medium coverage, that kind of thing. I would describe it as light to medium coverage. I don't think it's full coverage, and if you do try and build it up, it does get a little bit cakey in my opinion. But let's start on the packaging. It comes in a little glass bottle, which is really pretty. I like the packaging for £6. I think it's fine. However, one thing I do think is annoying with this product is, I know a lot of people said that they liked it. This is what the applicator looks like, okay? So it's one of those kind of like weird doe foot applicators that you dot on your face to apply it, and then kind of use your fingers or a sponge or a brush or whatever to buff it in. I think this is irritating. I don't want to kind of be dotting it about my face with a specific applicator. It's very liquid in terms of the formula, so I'm always worried that when I'm dotting it, I'm already dressed and I don't want it to kind of drop on my clothes and stain my clothes. And I just think a pump would have just been an easier option and just far superior to that packaging. So that's my 2 pennies worth about that. However, like I said, the formula is very lightweight, and I have experimented with it a lot the past few weeks, and what I've personally found is that it works best with a kind of a flat brush, but it is a difficult foundation to blend into the skin, and I'll tell you why. It's a very silicone-y feeling foundation, which does help obviously at kind of diffusing and making your skin look the best it can possibly look. But as I said, it is very silicone-y, so it doesn't kind of sink into your skin very well. It does sit on top of my skin very much, and my skin is very oily, so that might have something to do with it, but I find it difficult to kind of work it into the skin. So I've used it with a Real Techniques buffing brush, which tends to work best with most foundations. I've used it with a beauty blender, which also tends to make most foundations look great, and I've also used it with a Sigma flat top, is it the FATV flat top kabuki? it works really well with that. But what I do always find is I do always then need to go in and with my hand kind of adjust it in areas like here, and on my chin, because it kind of can settle and you'll get brush strokes, and it just kind of, it's not a super to chuck on kind of foundation, super easy to chuck on kind of foundation. Something like the e.l.f. Serum Foundation, that's one of those foundations that requires hardly any blending. It just sinks into your skin and you're good, you're done. This isn't like that. It's a little bit harder work, but what I will say is I think I could have done with going the next shade up, which if I just double check, I'll tell you what the next shade up from this is. So we have Soft Ivory, which is for very light skin tones. Nude Ivory is for light skin tones. Golden Beige, which is medium to golden skin tones. Then we have Desert Beige for tan skin tones, Classic Beige and Soft Beige, which is for medium skin tones. That's what I've got. I think that possibly I maybe should have gone for Golden Beige. Desert Beige looks a bit orange, but Golden Beige I think might have been good. I did order it online, I didn't buy it in store, which is another thing to kind of bear in mind. So it is a little bit harder to colour match yourself. And this colour works fine for me, especially in the winter time when I wear bronzer and you can see there's not kind of like a weird mismatch going on. It's fine. But I think maybe a slightly darker colour would have worked just that teeny weeny little bit better. In terms of longevity, it doesn't last crazy long, but what it does do, as in it doesn't last like keeping you matte and kind of not breaking down or anything crazy amounts of time. I struggle with that with any foundation I use anyway. But what I will say is it does stay looking fresh and very nice on the skin for a long time. Like it kind of looks freshly applied longer than a lot of other foundations do. So that is a very good point. I'm going to come closer to the camera now so you can have a look at what it looks like on my actual skin. So you can see I'm a little bit out of focus, aren't I? There you go. So you can see that what it has done is it hasn't covered entirely like areas where I've got a little bit of pigmentation. So like here, for example. I've got a little bit here as well. It hasn't covered that completely. It doesn't cover if you've got tons of redness in kind of these areas. It covers okay on your chin. I never apply foundation on my forehead because it breaks me out anyway, so that's fine. But you can see the finish of it is kind of like a demi-matte. I wouldn't describe it as matte at all. Demi-matte for sure. In terms of primers that work well underneath it, I have been playing around with different ones. I haven't found anything that's particularly amazing. It can tend to sink into your pores a little bit here. So if you do have very large pores, maybe use something that's a little bit of a pore filler before you do that. But most foundations do that on me, so that's not too much of a problem for me. And what I was going to tell you as well about the pigmentation and what I was going to say about my pigmentation, sorry, is I also bought the matching concealer to go with this foundation. And the matching concealer is called the Photo Focus Concealer Corrector. Tested under light conditions. It's just a liquid concealer, and then it doesn't tell you exactly. Oh, sorry, here. So it's clear. Oh, it's they tell you what like light conditions it's been tested under. So clear blue, sunlit sky, outdoors PM, indoors PM, electric flash, fluorescent light, bathroom light, nightclub light. That's actually really interesting. I've got this in the shade medium tawny, which is actually a really good shade. A little bit darker than I was expecting it to be honest. I'm going to put some on my hand just there to show you. So it's just that there, a little bit darker, but it works perfectly under my eyes, and I don't like a really light under eye anyway. I feel like it makes me look a bit weird. One thing I will say about this though, considering the foundation is a really light liquid texture, this is a really thick texture to a point that you have to keep kind of getting loads out and popping it under your eye and kind of just keep going until you can get enough to do kind of a triangle, if that's your technique when applying concealer. The texture is very, not stiff, but it just kind of, it's not very liquid, which is weird, but I really like this concealer. It doesn't kind of accentuate any under eye lines. It's really cheap. I think this is like £3.70 or something. So I really like it. So that's everything I wanted to tell you about the foundation. Now, I know sometimes people might think, oh, you ramble on, you're at 9 minutes, get to the point. But I like, when I'm watching a video about a foundation, I want to know how long it lasted. I want to know what skin type they have. I want to know how they tested it with different application methods. I want to know what primers they used. I want to know everything like that. So that's what I'm trying to do for you. So yeah, bear that in mind. If like you prefer a short review, then that's it is what it is. But 1 out of 10, what I would give this is probably, I'd probably say that like a 6.5 out of 7. I like it. I've worn it a lot lately. When I wear it, I feel like my skin looks really, really nice. I like the concealer a lot as well. I feel like it doesn't accentuate any under eye lines or anything, and it stays put nicely. I do always have to powder on top of my foundation regardless what foundation I'm using, so that's neither here nor there. Price point of both of these is amazing. Beauty Bay ship kind of pretty much internationally. Their shipping is reasonably priced as well, and I'm looking forward to trying a lot more from Wet n Wild. I am actually wearing one of their liquid lipsticks today in the shade Coral Corruption, which is really lovely as well. I want to try more of their liquid lipsticks, and I want you to let me know if you've got any Wet n Wild recommendations for me as well. I really want to try the Walking on Eggshells eyeshadow palette because that looks lovely, and I want to try the highlighter as well, but that was out. Both of those were out of stock when I made this order, so I didn't get them, but I will get them when they're back in stock. So yeah, let me know if you've tried this foundation, what your thoughts are, and if you've got any questions or anything like that, then please do let me know, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.